Happy Monday, everybody. Here's hoping you had a great weekend. It was a busy weekend.
It was very busy.
Lots of things going on. You had the golf tournament. You had the Strawberry Festival.
That turnout was awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
You did the stair climb thing?
Yeah, that was awesome as well. The weather was much better for stair climbing. But yeah, no, great events across the board. And we were nervous early in the week, but weather cooperated.
100%. I mean, sometimes those computer models can be a little tricky.
But it was good.
It was yes, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Great day. So perfect weather for the weekend.
Hey, folks, this morning we want to know, should you be compensated if your flight is delayed or canceled? Let us know in the comments, and we'll circle back to some of those comments coming up in just a minute.
We've been talking about this because there could be some big changes coming to the airline industry. Here's what you need to know. We've been talking about this all morning long.
Yep.
Today, the Biden administration expected to announce new rules that could have airlines paying up the next time you have a flight delay or cancellation. Yes, paying you money.
That's right. All right. So the plans are loosely based off of something already in place in Europe since 2004. And details are still a bit limited, but airlines would likely have to pay passengers every time there is a major disruption to the flight. In Europe, passengers are able to receive upwards of $650 if their flight is delayed or canceled.
Wow. So U.S. officials also want airlines to provide refreshments and cover hotel costs when controllable delays like maintenance or crew problems affect passengers. The Department of Transportation is also set to expand an online dashboard that will help tell customers the compensation they are likely to receive. This all comes as officials expect a huge surge in summer travel over the next few months.
So this morning we want to know, do you think airlines should be more responsible for delays and cancellations and compensate you for those things? Let us know in the comments. Hank already chiming in. Yes, time is valuable and airlines should be held accountable for things they cannot control or they can control.
That's true. Time is money.
Which he brings up a good point, because I think in a lot of cases, the airlines could trace things back to weather delays, and things like that would not be covered.
Right.
And because I know I've missed flights before, and it's because the flight before that and the flight before that and the flight before that was, but it's like, okay, well, that's a really loose term.
You know the times of the year, springtime and wintertime, you got to watch out for weather delays.
You know, so I worry that they would end up blaming weather and the weathermen right here.
Hey.
But sometimes it is like, they'll say maintenance issue, but they won't tell you what it's for, and you're waiting forever. Even though this whole thing makes me nervous, because I'm like, take care of the maintenance issue. I don't want them to be like, we'll fix it at the next stop. Let's get these people there on time. We don't want to pay for all this food or hotels.
One of the issues is, yes, if they start doing that, the ticket prices will just go sky high, because that's how they'll compensate.
They'll
compensate you. They go, okay, ticket prices twice as much as they used to be, so take your choice. Higher ticket prices.
Be passed down to us either way.
Yeah.
Who was the reporter on the Today Show that did this story?
Costello.
Yes, and so he said when he was flying in Europe, he said this happened to him. His flight was delayed. He was paid money. He still got to his destination, but it was delayed, and he got money for it. So this is something that has been going on in Europe. They've been doing this in Europe for a while.
I think the difference in Europe is that people fly, but they have so many forms of mass transportation, railroad industry, so they don't have quite the number of people flying that we do in this country.
I know last year, flying back from California with a layover in Phoenix, and the flight out of California was delayed because of weather. When we landed in Phoenix, we missed our connecting flight. They would not put us up in a hotel, though, because the flight we were coming in on was late because of the delays before that. So it wasn't that it was delayed because of weather, but the flight before it was delayed.
So many connecting
pieces.
Right down the line.
So they would not compensate us because our specific flight was not.
See, that's where you're saying that weather can be indirectly
Oh, my gosh.
blamed.
It can be blamed for so many things.
So there's only one time that I ever got put up in a hotel because there was a cancellation, and oddly, it was my first trip to Charlotte, North Carolina. It was back in 2007. There was maintenance issues, so the plane got delayed, so they gave us all hotel vouchers.
Were you coming here to interview for a job?
No, I was still in college at that point.
Okay.
No, so that was the crazy thing. But yeah, my first trip to Charlotte, North Carolina was, I don't even know where the hotel was. The cab just brought me there.
Yeah.
So
I spent 11 hours at Dulles Airport one time, and believe it or not, 12 hours here at Charlotte trying to get to California.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
12 hours.
Gosh, it's so exhausting. Melissa, Writing costs are still incurred for weather, so to keep them from blaming everything on weather, there should be a smaller percentage of compensation for weather versus things in their control.
Yeah.
Joy saying, I was delayed for hours while the fan was fixed. They did give us snacks. We had to deplane and reload.
At least you get snacks. Most people don't even get snacks.
I know. They don't even do snacks like they used to.
No, they don't. Or drinks.
Yeah.
They should.
But my grandmother said people don't dress like they used to. People used to get dressed up. She was always so appalled that people were like in their pajamas on. Putting their feet up.
Yeah, it's become much more casual. All right, folks, chime in. Let us know, do you think you should be compensated for delays or cancellations at the airport? Let us know. Yeah, why not? Yeah. We'll see you back here tomorrow.